Hello students, I Sneha Sharma, your English teacher, welcomes you to your English 1 class. So today we will be starting your third periodic syllabus, and the first chapter that we are going to do today is chapter 16, that is subject verb agreement. So what do you understand by agreement? Okay, agreement means the subject and the verb should agree with each other. Okay, it's just a brief introduction I'm giving for the chapter. Now we will move on towards the chapter. The dog, you see the picture over here, the dog is chasing the cats. So who is chasing the cats? The dog. Okay, the dog is chasing the cats. Now over here the dogs are chasing the cats. So there are two dogs over here. Okay, you see the highlighted words. These highlighted words you can say is the subject. This is the subject. The dog, or over here dogs, is the subject, and is and are, as we know, are the helping verbs, or just we can say verb. So let us start. We notice that in the first sentence the subject is dog. In the second sentence the subject is dogs. Okay, I have already told. Now subject verb agreement rules. So what are the rules of their agreement? So the first one is, you already know that the subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is about. So how do we know what is the subject? The subject says about whom or what the sentence is about. A subject, you can see in this, we are talking about the dog. Okay, and what is the dog doing? The dog is chasing the cats. Similarly, a subject in singular is singular if it refers to one person, place, thing, or an idea. So you can see why a subject is singular, because the verb is also, if the subject is singular, the verb is also singular. A subject is plural if it refers to more than one person, place, think, or idea. So if a subject is more than one, so it is a plural subject, and for a plural subject there is always a plural verb. Now take a look at the subject and the corresponding verb in the above sentence. You will see that in the first sentence, when the subject is singular, the verb is also singular. Example, the dog is chasing the cat. So the dog is the subject and is the verb, that is in singular form. The dog is in singular form and the verb is also in singular form. Here are some more examples. The apple is juicy. The cupcake has been eaten. My aunt is arriving from Jaipur. So you see the highlighted words, these are verbs in singular form. In the next sentence, what happens? In the next sentence, when the subject is plural, the verb is plural. So you see the dogs are. Now the verb is also plural form. The subject is plural, so the verb is also plural. Here are some more examples. The apples are juicy. You see apples, more than one apple, are over here for the verb. The cupcakes have been eaten. You see many cupcakes and have. Okay. My aunts are arriving from Jaipur today. So aunts, that is plural, so we use the verb are, which is also a form in plural. See, hence we see that a singular subject will take a singular verb. So a singular subject will take singular verb and plural subject will take plural verbs. Okay. Now let us study this table carefully to understand what happens to the verb to be. So the verb to be is going to change according to the subjects, when the subjects are pronouns. Okay, so in the first person, I am a student of class 4. So singular. Then I was a student of class 3. And when it is in plural form, we are students of class 4. So am changes to are and was changes to were. We were students of class 3. In the second person, what happens with the pronoun? You are a student of class 4. You were a student of class 3 in singular form. And plural, so in the second person, the singular or the plural, it doesn't changes. Okay. You are students of class 4. You were students of class 3. Now in the third person, he or she is a student of class 4. He or she was a student of class 3. Since we are considering it in the third person, again is and was. So what happens when is and was changes into plural? They changes into are and were. So you see, they are students of class 4. They were students of class 3. So is changes into are and was changes into were. So the verb to be changes with the person and number of pronouns. So you see, to be changes with the person, first person what happens, in second person what happens, in third person, okay, and also the number of pronoun. Thus we see that the verb must always agree with the person and number of subjects. So you know, through this we know that the verb must always agree with the person, okay, that means the subject, whether it is a noun or a pronoun. Even if it is a noun or a pronoun, according to the subject, the verb must always agree with it, okay. Then over here we have some more rules about the subject verb agreements. So what are they? When two singular subjects are joined by and, they need a plural verb. So what happens when two singular subjects are joined and we use and, then what happens? The verb is plural. So the verb is to be plural when we are talking about two singular subjects. See, Ajay and Amit are cousins. So we used and to join these two singular subjects, but we use the verb in plural form. See, Emily and I are going to the beach. Again, two persons, okay, two singular persons. So we use plural verb. So the next rule, what it is? When two subjects are joined by or. Now if the two subjects are joined by or, the verb agrees with the subject that is placed near the verb. So whichever subject is near the verb, that according to that we use the verb. So see, Emily or Ina is going to the beach. So we are taking the subject Ina. According to that we are using the verb. Emily and her sisters are going to the beach. Now you see, her sisters, plural form. So what did we do with the verb? It also changed into plural form. So we take the verb according to the subject that is near to it. Next, when two subjects are connected with either or neither nor, the verb agrees with the subject that is placed near the verb. Again, if we use either or and neither nor, then also whichever subject is near to the verb, according to that the verb changes. See, neither Emily nor her sisters are going to the beach. Again, her sisters in plural form, so we use the verb also as plural form. Then neither Emily nor Ina is going to the beach. Again, Ina in a singular form, so we change the verb also in singular form. Then neither Emily nor I am going to the beach. So I over here, according to the nearest subject, the verb is changed. Then the last rule, both, a few, several and many take a plural verb. So if the words are both, a few, several and many in a sentence, then the verb is to be taken in plural form. See, both girls are absent. Several letters were written by her. So you see, several and the letters, so the verb is also in plural form. A few girls have won the prize. Many boys have joined the club. So you see, if the words are both, a few, several and many, then the verb takes the plural form. So this was all for the explanation of the chapter. Now quickly we will move on towards the exercise. Okay, tick the correct verbs in the bracket. We have to tick the correct verbs. So Latika sings in the school choir. Okay, sings in the school choir. The woman in the red dress looks like your sister. The child in the pool swims well. Okay. Next we have over here, it doesn't seem so hot today. Okay. Are you writing a story? So I have already solved the exercise. I am just discussing it with you. Either my mother or my father. So you see, either or. So whatever the near is, according to that we use the verb. So my father is singular. So is coming to the meeting. Next is neither Kavita nor Aparna know where the keys are. Okay. So singular. A few students have agreed to join the camping trip. So a few. So we have to use the plural form. Okay. So this was the first part of the exercise. Now second is match the first part of the sentence in column A with their endings in column B. So you see, every girl in the class is below the age of 12. Then the gardener takes care of the plant in our garden. So number E. Then Mohan and Alice are going to the party. So number D. French grammar is easy once you understand the rules. Number F. Then these books are useful for learning grammar. So number A, that is, are useful for learning. The last one is grandmother takes part in the cooking competition every year. That is number C. So that was all for your chapter 16. I would request you to go through the chapter, go through the exercise of the chapter, try to learn the exercise, okay, for your third periodic, okay, just learn the rules. And that was all for today's class. Thank you.